Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hello and welcome to round 3, which is going to be Rich versus Cash. Give me the cash. Huntress Shaped versus Tiger. Night Elf versus Orc. Turtle Rock is where it's happening. This is the semi-finals, I believe it should be, but we'll see how things go, how things play out. There is a losers bracket currently going through, and whoever's going to win in the losers bracket gets into the finals itself. So it could be Hawk coming back, we don't know, because it originally was going to be, in my opinion, Hawk, well, versus Rich at this stage in the game, but that wasn't the case. Rich going for the risky Ancient of War, which is quite typical at this point, at the bottom right hand side. Firelord, you are always so cheeky with that. He's always so cheeky doing that stuff. Oh dear. And no, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just funny when I see him do that. Ancient of War, creep here for a lovely item from the Ogre Warrior. Screw the turtles, says WarchiefRich. To hell with the turtles. And Tiger, who keeps making me think of Sagat from now from Street Fighter. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Yep, that's how you play Sagat in Street Fighter. He's going to be going with the Blade Master, who is equally imbalanced as Sagat is, at least in the early stages of Street Fighter. Don't know what Sagat's tier list is like now, or tier level. Anyway, Demon Hunter. So you're almost definitely going to be seeing some Demon Hunter, Beastmaster, Tinker, Archer / Heavy Talon build with Fairy Dragons from WarchiefRich here. Almost definitely. If we don't see that, then you're going to have one hell of an interesting game. If we do see that, then you're definitely going to have one hell of an interesting game, because Talons make things incredibly tense as an Orc player when they are basically cycloning the crap out of your Blade Master, and that's all you want him to do, is to do some damage, and he can't do damage whilst he's flying around in the air. What is he doing up there? I don't even know. But he ain't doing much. We've got a scout here from Rich, and he's being pushed back a little bit by the Grunt. Blade Master's already on his way to the shop. Is he going to try and take on the Ogre Magi? Is Rich going to pick up the item and then move on to try to spot him trying to take on the Ogre Magi? I'll be very interested to see how both players take this on right now. Ancient of War is still taking a hit or two, but he's able to keep going. WarchiefRich picks up a Ring of Protection +2, not the best item in the game, but he is moving over to the shop here. Is he going to be able to get in there, maybe get the mana burn on the Ogre Magi? It looks like he's going to be able to get in that position to do it. Looks like Cash has gone into Windwalk here to see if he can definitely secure a last hit on that Ogre Magi, because he'll be able to do a lot more damage with his Windwalk first hit. 40 crit there, straight in there. Very solid. Actually, Mana Burn would do pretty much just as much damage, but it does look like Cash picks this up anyway, and he manages to get himself parry up to Vitality after buying himself a Circle of Nobility. Dust of Appearance, early item there for Cash. Going to be some damage put out here from WarchiefRich onto that Grunt. Just probably going to force a little bit of healing salve maneuverability from Cash there. Always going for a burrow at the back here. Is he going to be able to sneak his way out of this? Is Cash going to be able to get us around? Demon Hunter looking a little bit lost there. He manages to bring down the bar, and he can actually sneak out from this side. Peon's trying to come in here for a flank to try and block off the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is not going to be able to escape in this situation right now, because the Peons are ready to block him off. And that Demon Hunter will probably try for it, but he's probably not going to get it. The Peons are coming in here. Here we go. The Peon flank. Are they going to get it? Yes, they do. Secure kill there. Not quite, because the teleport going off there for WarchiefRich. He does not want to give any experience here, so he's going to teleport away with a level 1 Demon Hunter with 11 health. So that's a lot of Moonwell juice being soaked up there, and a Town Portal being used early on, just so he can make sure he can get the experience on the Sea Turtle and continue going. So he's going for the long haul here. He doesn't want to give any experience. You know, he wants to get a good start and continue from there. Looks like Cash is going to pick up a boost of speed. Very nice item. Just beating WarchiefRich to the shops to get himself boost of speed. Dust of Appearance here for Cash, so he will be able to keep an eye on him, but he didn't even need to use it because the Watch Ward could see him. Now there goes the Dust of Appearance. So WarchiefRich just wanted to force him into a situation where he used the Dust of Appearance at least once, so there's only one more charge there for Cash's Blade Master. He's coming in here looking for ogres to kill. He'll have to settle for some trolls and get some experience off that instead. WarchiefRich coming in himself, knowing about this. He doesn't get there in time to stop the troll from being picked off, and it looks tricky for that archer to stay in this fight. Demon Hunter isn't quite solid enough to take on the Blade Master, but he is level 2, and the Blade Master's only level 1, but Blademaster has a good item. He did sell the Periaptic Vitality, so he got some extra gold there. You can see he's sitting at 540 gold at the moment, 330 wood for Tiger, 23 food. Both players contesting for the last hit. I do believe that Tiger managed to get the last hit on that, but he does get a mana burn to just sort of like a little bit of payback there from WarchiefRich. Healing Salve going off there on the Blademaster, keeping him healthy and strong. Tier 2 has now been complete. Bestiary is being built. Spirit Lodge at the moment at the back there being built. WarchiefRich is a little bit behind. Normally he'd be at this point where he's probably going to come and push very heavily with a Beastmaster, but that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. No, I think those buildings might come down. The Beastmaster has been built, but is it going to be too late? Will these buildings be able to go up? This is the main point here. It's been a very good start at the moment for Cash. He's managed to secure the Ogre Magi and get a bit of experience on WarchiefRich's side. WarchiefRich not getting the best items in the world. Demon Hunter trying to get in there for a spot on the buildings, but the Grunts are doing a nice little block here position, so denying the Demon Hunter from entering into that base. You can see he really wants to get in there, but he just can't do it. The Grunts are saying no. Beastmaster is actually backing off here, and he's going to go into some solid creeping. So those buildings are going to go up, which is a really, really big deal right now, honestly, for Orc. If you get your buildings destroyed versus a Night Elf player early game, you might have just lost the game. It's really important for the Night Elf to stop you from getting the Spirit Lodge, mainly the Spirit Lodge, for the Spirit Walkers, because the Spirit Walkers then build up the mana, they then research the disenchant gets rid of the Cyclone. You know, you want to try and deny the Orc player from getting Spirit Walkers, but Cash did a fantastic job of making sure that WarchiefRich could not get in there and have that opportunity. So he's going to be working on those Spirit Walkers right now, building them up, trying to get up as much mana as possible so he can stand more chance versus the Cyclones later on in the game. So very good job there. Good job. Good job. I know someone who used to say that. Strong Bad, wasn't it? Good job. No. Who was it? It was the cartoon, well, it's sort of cartoon series from Strong Bad, but I don't know whether it was Strong Bad who actually said it. It was someone else in that cartoon series that said it. Good job! Love that. Anyway, let's go slightly off tangent there. We can see some more creeping here from WarchiefRich, picking up Claws of Attack and Slivers of Agility on the Demon Hunter. Slightly better items this now, instead of the Ring of Protection. And there's some solid creeping here from the Tauren Chieftain, hitting it up to level 2. He's got the Aura. Probably going to go for the Wars. No, actually, maybe not. He might go for Shockwave, actually, because Shockwave's incredibly effective versus Talons when they're all bunched up together, but you've got to be so careful not to get mana burned too much by the Demon Hunter. So positioning your heroes is really, 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 really important versus the Night Elf as an Orc player, particularly with that Tauren Chieftain. Blademaster is going to get Cyclone no matter what because he's a huge source of damage. Oh, a lovely move here. Because Cash managed to secure those buildings, which meant that he managed to secure these units, he can actually go and take on this Red Creep camp rather quickly and efficiently right now. So he's got a good strong hold on that. He's going to pick up a boost of Quel'Thalas. That's quite horrible indeed. +6. Oh, no, it's not. I take that back. I was thinking about it from a Tauren Chieftain's perspective. I wasn't thinking about the Blademaster though. Boost of Quel'Thalas, which is +6 agility, is huge for the Blademaster. That's a huge source of damage. That's 6 extra damage. That's going to be a couple of extra armor, and it's just great for a Blademaster. There we go. We see the Tinker now being picked up. So that's the triple hero combination from WarchiefRich. Demon Hunter, Beastmaster, Tinker. He's got some Ancient of War stepping over here, looking for some potential for more creeping for some turtles probably. Talons are already at Adept. We're going to see tier 3, so Master Talons soon. Hawk is able to spot the Blademaster, but he's nowhere near at the moment. He's quite far away. Picking up the Potion of Vulnerability. Very, very nice item, Potion of Invulnerability versus, you know, Cyclone, because essentially you're invulnerable, so you can't be cycloned. And that's a huge deal because the Blademaster is a huge source of your DPS. Not to mention the Tauren Chieftain is also a huge source of your DPS, because if he has gone Shockwave, that could do more damage than the Blademaster can potentially versus the Talons, but we'll have to see how this one really plays out. Cash going for an expansion at the top here, so really, really interesting play here. He doesn't actually have to win his fight here. He just had to slow his opponent down so he can eventually outmass him. But Cyclone is still so powerful that even with an expansion, you could still be in trouble. So he's going to have to play smart. If he could secure a red creep camp like this one, it would be huge. And I'll be surprised if he can. I'm really surprised that Rich is actually going off this way. Maybe he just wants a safer creep route and doesn't actually want to contest versus Cash for this Ogre Warlord. Because essentially, I would assume that he would possibly think that this is what he's doing. And this is what he's doing. He's about to pick up a Cloak of Flames. Oh my goodness, what a great item. That is quite an awesome item. It looks pretty damn good. It's on the Blademaster right now. So as long as he can keep that Blademaster out of Cyclone for as long as possible, he's going to be doing massive damage just from crits, passive damage, basic hits, and Cloak of Flames. He's going to be a beast to contend with. Talons are starting to mass up quite nicely though. A lot of mana, as you can see. The Talons are starting to reach that 400 mana point. They're getting close to it, 300 to 400 mana. So it's 150 mana for one Cyclone. So you're going to get 3 Cyclones out of each Talon if they're capped, and then maybe then some. Also Fairy Fires. Okay, so we've got the Fairy Dragons coming in now. They're particularly useful. First is the Spirit Walkers that are going to generally be spamming the Disenchants. Also is kind of effective versus the Tauren Chieftain when he casts his spells. A good push here from Cash. He's going to be very aggressive, try to take... Oh, a very fast response there from WarchiefRich. Picks off his creep camp, finishes it off. He's got Pendant of Energy on his Beastmaster. He's got Belt of Strength, which is a very good item for him because the Beastmaster can sometimes get focused quite a lot. The same with the Tinker, but I don't think the Tinker's got any items to keep him alive. No, he doesn't. Potion of Vulnerability would be very nice for him, but there could be a Staff of Preservation from one of these heroes. There we are. Beastmaster has a Staff of Preservation, so that could always keep the Tinker out of trouble if he gets focused too heavily. WarchiefRich has the Orb of Venom. Lesser invulnerability, boost of speed. He's got the Claws of Attack +6, Circlet of Nobility, and Scroll of Healing. Scroll of Healing is very, very important in this matchup for Night Elf because the way it works a lot of the time with Talons and the way the Tauren Chieftain throws down Shockwaves, which I still assume is what he's got, is it's going to distribute damage evenly amongst those Talons. So if you can use a Scroll of Healing, you can then heal up each one of these Talons for 150 health, negating like 1 to possibly 2 Shockwaves, depending on the level of the Shockwave, just how powerful it is. Another push here from Cash. But WarchiefRich isn't too far away. He doesn't have a Town Portal as far as I know. He sends his Demon Hunter back to maybe get mana burn off, but it's a little bit risky. You don't want to get caught out of base and ensnared like that because you could get heavily focused in a bad position. He's just slightly out of range there. Talons coming in here. We've got the Pocket Factory going down. Cyclones going off on the Blade Master. It looks like Cash is getting out of this situation. He doesn't want to have a fight right now. He's still got his expansion. He's still secured this. He doesn't want to give his opponent any chance to say, you know what, I've just destroyed your entire army. You might have an expansion, although I don't think WarchiefRich knows about this expansion just yet. I don't think he's scouted it as far as I can tell. But even so, Cash is doing the smart thing. He's not even taking a chance to lose this because he could throw the game away. He could have a fight there and it could go terrible for him, and then he's going to have to use all that cash that he's got from the expansion to rebuild. However, what he did is got out of that situation, and now he can simply just outmass his opponent, and it's going to be very hard for the Cyclones to do enough really to control an Orc army this large. We've got 62 out of 70 food at the moment for Cash, and 48 out of 50 food for WarchiefRich, who is basically almost bankrupt when it comes to resources right now. He's got an expansion underway, but it's only just started to build, so he's in a bit of a pickle. If he can bring down this creep count, that's going to be very nice, potentially for an item, and maybe a potential expansion should this one get spotted, which is kind of possible, because there is a Blade Master for Cash, and that Blade Master is pretty damn nippy, as you can see at level 3 in Windwalk form. Oh, the creep is going off here. There is an item. It's an Ancient Django of Endurance. No one's picked it up yet. Someone needs to pick it up, needs to get out of this situation. I don't know if WarchiefRich has enough teleports or anything like that to get out of this situation. You've got scrolls to teleport, though. Not scrolls to teleport, sorry. Scroll of Healing, which is very handy. Good Cyclones there on the Blade Master, and mana burns from range onto the Tauren Chieftain, trying to keep him under control. So that's very good for WarchiefRich, considering how horribly this could have gone for him right now. But it looks like Cash is trying to come in here. He's trying to go right through the end of the army, trying to get over the army and do some huge damage. There is a Scroll of Town Portal for the Beastmaster, so that's very good for Rich right now, because he really needs to get out of this situation. 43 food at the moment for Hunter's Shape, which is rich, and he's going to be regenerating from those moon wells. Nighttime is still going strong, so he could still have a few bad-ish fights where he can still soak up the moon juice to get back into the game. Looks like a Potion of Mana here for the Tauren Chieftain. What else is he going to pick up? He's got Potion of Greater Healing, Scroll of Healing, so that's a very pimped out Tauren Chieftain. He's going to be a very big menace indeed for the Night Elf army, and yep, the Blade Master spotted it. Very big deal there. Blade Master is basically going to cancel this expansion, even though you can see it's almost finished. That Blade Master is not going to let that go up. WarchiefRich is coming in here. Actually, if he can get a Cyclone off, I think he could probably get this Tree of Life up. He has to get the Cyclone off now, though. Oh, Potion of Invulnerability! Denied! Expansion has been defeated, and the Blade Master gets away. That was beautiful. That's a huge reason why you have a potion of vulnerability on your Blade Master, because that cyclone would have meant the life or death of that expansion, but the potion of invulnerability definitely meant the life and death of that expansion. That was a huge deal there. Very well played from Cash here. He's doing a fantastic job. With that expansion secured as well at the top is a big, big deal. It'd be in a lot more trouble if it was kind of even playing fields, but at the moment with that expansion he can safely outmass his opponent, and he's just playing it smart. He's not doing anything too suicidal. He's keeping his opponent under control, and there's more creeping. This Tauren Chieftain, if it gets level 5, that's going to be level 3 Shockwave, which is huge. That's going to be such a big deal. You do not want to be messing around with that. Oh my goodness, look at this. A wand of mana stealing for the Tauren Chieftain. That could be potentially worth keeping on him. He's not going to pick it up though by the looks of it. He's actually engaging in here because he can see an opportunity to go for the talons here. So he's going straight in there. Raiders en masse. So they're going to be doing quite a good job versus the Druids of the Talon here. Tauren Chieftain's going to want to get in on that action at the moment. Blade Master being Cyclone. Tauren Chieftain at the back here. He's still got good items. He's still got mana, potentially with the potion of mana, but he's being Cyclone. Good control here from WarchiefRich. Just trying to flank up to the wards at the top. The Talon, the Fairy Dragons at the bottom aren't going to be so useful at the moment. They're still in range though for the Spirit Walkers that can potentially do some disenchantment, but they're not actually throwing any disenchants at the moment. It's just the heroes going off. Bat Rider's actually going off in the Fairy Dragons, not being able to pick it off though. 11 health left on the Fairy Dragon. Doesn't look like WarchiefRich is continuing this fight, and Cash is actually getting back here. He's actually had a bit of a bad engagement. Oh my goodness, it didn't go well at all. We can see how powerful freaking Cyclone really is after all. As far as I'm concerned, I think the item is still there. I can't technically see it, but I honestly think there is still an item there. Really good job there from WarchiefRich. I thought that wasn't going to go very well for him, but it looked like Cash missed out on an opportunity there to maybe disenchant, but I don't know, to be honest, whether he had enough mana for it. I assume he did, but I don't know if he definitely had enough mana for it, because he really needed to disenchant, even if he was going to get hit by the Fairy Dragons there. It does look like Cash is trying to get in here to try and defend his expansion. It does look like WarchiefRich is going straight into Druid of the Talon form for some reason. Maybe just because he can. Cyclone going off on the Blade Master. Bat Rider's coming in, just trying to pick off the Fairy Dragons. Doesn't do quite enough to pick them off. It needs a little bit more damage on them. Oh my goodness, the Raiders are really circling in and on these Talons, trying to pick them off. Tauren Chieftain at level 5 now. He's still got the Potion of Mana. Is he going to choose to use it? Is he going to still save it? If he uses it in a moment and then go right through those Huntress-shaped WarchiefRich's Talons, that could be very nice indeed. Focus fire on the Demon Hunter, but Blade Master being Cyclone now coming out of it with the disenchant. Oh, the freaking Shockwave. And look how freaking weak Cash's army is. It's all that red health, but at the moment, because he's got that Blade Master at level 4 status, going crazy. The Tinker on the level freaking 10 health invulnerability potion. This is craziness. Pocket Factory being picked off very quickly here. Raiders, they can chase down a few of these Talons if they keep up with it, but is he going to continue to do so? It does look like he's managed to save his expansion and he's still going. That's crazy. Very, very tense fights here right now. And that Tauren Chieftain's getting stronger and stronger. He's actually slightly above the level 5.5 stage right now for that Tauren Chieftain. That's really scary indeed to be dealing with. Got Raiders, Tiger, Cash, more Spirit Walkers coming in. I think WarchiefRich needs to try and sneak an expansion now. And maybe keep the Blade Master busy. But the Blade Master has picked up Potion of Invulnerability, Scroll of Healing, and is probably thinking of scouting again for a potential Night Elf expansion. There it is, look, the Wand of Mana Stealing is right there. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It's right there. Tauren Chieftain coming in here. He's soaking up his Clarity Potions, as you can see. He's currently at 250 mana out of 450. He's got that the Mana Stealing right now, so he can get potential extra 100 mana from the enemy heroes of Warcraft. Oh, there we go. I said WarcraftRich. WarchiefRich. There we go. Nice little shockwave there on the Talons, really keeping them under control. Is there many scrolls of healing at the moment for WarchiefRich? There isn't. That's why the Talons are staying so far back. There is still one more shockwave within that Tauren Chieftain, as far as we can see. Very focused, fired here on the Demon Hunter, but it's not being very successful with the Blade Master being Cyclone for so long. And now he's using the Invulnerability Potion so he can stay on that Demon Hunter for longer, but the Demon Hunter's got so much health, it looks very bad right now. The Talons are still currently sort of like low health, but staying in there for long enough that he can actually do well enough. And it looks like Cash is in a bit of trouble here, actually. We are seeing a Wand of Mana Stealing being used, but unfortunately there isn't that much mana to finish off these talents. So they're still going strong. The Tauren Chieftain has to run away in this situation. Oh, Blade Master just getting level 5 from picking off the Pocket Factory, which is a very big deal. That could be level 3 crit there, which could be a game breaker. It would really help him to focus fire down those heroes a little bit more than he currently can. Scroll of Healing, Potion of Vulnerability being picked up there by the Blade Master. WarchiefRich possibly looking for the opportunity to pick it up himself, just to counter pick his opponent by making sure that his enemy can't have the invulnerability potion. Not to mention it's very handy for his heroes because Blade Master can definitely do some fantastic jobs picking stuff off. Nice use here of Pocket Factory here from WarchiefRich. They are incredibly annoying, Pocket Factories. If you don't believe me, then go and watch the video Tinker Twat. It's on YouTube. I do YouTube videos, believe it or not. And yeah, I get very stressed because of Tinker and the Pocket Factory, and you can see right now just how bloody effective it is. One Pocket Factory itself could practically solo this Great Hall. That is kind of crazy really, when you think about it. It is uncontested though, to be fair. Now Cash is in this predicament right now where he didn't want to be. He was controlling the game, he was playing it smart, but he's had a couple of bad engagements, which means that he's had to use basically all of his cash to get on essentially the even level playing field with his opponent. But I actually think he might be slightly behind here at this point because WarchiefRich does have 3 heroes. They're all at level 4, but if they can each hit level 5, that could be the point where WarchiefRich just takes this and runs with it. Because if you've got triple level 5 heroes, you're going to be going absolutely apeshit on your opponent, for lack of a better term there. I don't think that's the official term, but I think it will work in this situation. Because level 5 is just utterly crazy. Level 3 Mana Burn, level 3 Pocket Factory, level 3 Quill Beast, or even Hawk potentially. It's nasty for Cash right now. He can't save this expansion in time. He's going to go for the fight. I don't think he should, but maybe he's just going to do it because what else can he do in this situation? Maybe find an opportunity to get a nice shockwave here. Only picks off a couple of talons there, doing some damage there. Tinker in a lot of trouble right now. Very heavily focused here. Ensnare going down. No invulnerability potion for the Tinker. Is there a Staff of Preservation? There is. Saving the Tinker right now. Very nicely done. And Cash actually says GG and gets out of the situation. So Hawk... Sorry, not Hawk. Hunter Shaped, otherwise known as WarchiefRich, not WarcraftRich. There we go, I'll get my names right now. I have a moment to think about it. Takes the victory. Goes to show you, doesn't it, just how powerful that Night Elf is. And what a fantastic job WarchiefRich did. Well, there it is. Hello everyone and welcome to the next game between WarchiefRich and Cash, otherwise known as Tiger. And this is going to be Night Elf versus Orc once more. This time the difference is Echo Isles. So how is Echo Isles going to affect the gameplay? Well, it's a lot smaller than Turtle Rock. In a way. Turtle Rock's kind of a small map, but there's still a lot of potential for running around and creeping and ignoring your opponent, whereas Echo Isles is a little bit more personal, I feel. It's a little bit more one-to-one basis, so I'm wondering whether this is going to backfire on WarchiefRich a little bit here, to some degree. If Cash can get a successful push here, like he was trying to do previously, with those beastries, those spirit walkers, you know, the raiders, if he can get a good strong push, because he's a lot closer to his opponent here now, he might be able to keep WarchiefRich under enough control to stop him from massing those talons and building up those heroes in the same way that he did last game. Ah, oh, you're welcome, Ishwagger. Oh, I don't mind streaming, this is fun. I like streaming this. Far less pressure on me. Far less pressure. Apart from obviously the commentating part, but for the most part I feel like I can commentate to some degree and do somewhat of a good job of it, I hope. So we've got some good creeping here from WarchiefRich. Ogre Warrior, what are you going to drop for us today, fella? Oh, it's a Demon Hunter. Well, of course it is. I was kind of hoping to see a Warden there, but there's no real reason why there should be a Warden, to be quite frank with you. Demon Hunter picks up another Ring of Protection +2. I think this is what we'll call WarchiefRich's favourite item, because I feel like that's the item he seems to keep getting no matter what. Circle of Nobility, a much better item, and that's going on the Blade Master, which is a scary item on the Blade Master because he's very, very effective with Circle of Nobilities, to the point where Blade Masters go out of their way to buy them from shops early on in the game, so you know they're good. Is he going to be able to get the last hit on the Troll Trappers? Oh, he's definitely using Windwalk to secure the kill here, so the Demon Hunter won't be able to secure it. And, oh, there we go, just well timed there, because WarchiefRich wasn't in enough range to get over there and do a basic hit and finish off the Troll. Nice usage here of the shop here from Cash. He's using up those Windwalks because he's only going to lose them to future mana burn, so WarchiefRich can't get too much out of it. Don't know why I said much twice there. I guess it just felt necessary. And there's a lot of running around here. I think Rich is trying to get an opportunity to hit the burrows. That seems to be what a Night Elf player should be probably trying to do in this situation, which is what you can see he's aiming to do. Just kind of ignoring Cash's grunt and hero to some degree, except for when there's a possibility to hit it for free, like there. But otherwise, he's going to try to get in there and hit the burrow by the looks of it. Although Cash is well aware of this, and he's coming back with his Blade Master, try and keep that Demon Hunter under control. Might be able to get us around here with the Peon. Yeah, that's what I would do. Brilliant. Oh, he just misses it. The Demon Hunter slinks out of that one. Just about. That's why it pays to spend 1,000 years in prison doing push-ups, because that way you could be slender and lean enough to be able to, you know, just slink out of a peon surround there. So well done there, Illidan. Those push-ups really paid off. Now it looks like Cash is coming in here for the Ogre Magi at the top there. It's going to definitely pick this up and get potentially a very strong item here. So we know that Rich is at the bottom picking up Booster Spirit. No, he's come over here. Used the Staff of Teleportation to get up there, and he managed to get the last hit with the Mana Burn. Oh my goodness, getting the experience. No, this is really bad for Cash. He can't get out of this situation. He's going to lose a grunt. It's blocked. He can't get his hero out. He hasn't got enough mana for freaking... Oh, he's going to have to use his Potion of Greater Healing, which is what he got from the Creep Camp. He's probably going to lose the grunt unless he can keep his Blade Master there to stop the actual Troll Trappers. He's using the healing salve nicely. He's trying to keep this Demon Hunter from finishing off his grunt. Oh no, can Hunter Sheep or WarchiefRich commit to the grunt? No, he can't. He has to back off a little bit there. Fantastic. I was like, hang on a sec, how did he get up there so quickly? And then the Staff of Teleportation gave it away. He's still trying to get in here on this grunt. Will he be able to pick off the grunt? The grunt only needs one more hit. The archer is going on it. Oh, looks like Cash managed to pick off the grunt himself, denying the experience of WarchiefRich. Very sneaky archer there, using Shadow Mail to try to sneak off that grunt, but didn't quite manage to get the experience from it. Lovely job there from both players. Very, very good engagement there. A lot of fun to watch that one. Okay, so Spirit Lodge and Bestiary are being produced right now for Tiger. He's got Tauren Chieftain halfway through. Demon Hunter for WarchiefRich is on the prowl once more. He's got his Ring of Protection +2, which he always loves to have. Boosts his speed and Staff of Teleportation. Looking for a fight. Beastmaster's being picked up from the tavern. He's coming in here with the Archer and the Quill Beast. Level 2 now for Cash, so that's nice. That will help him deal with the Demon Hunter a little bit more. Does look like the Spirit Lodge is probably going to go down this time because Cash isn't able to stop his Demon Hunter from getting in there. He will get surround, but I think the Demon Hunter might be able to just pick off the Spirit Lodge and get out. But he's actually going to focus down the Blade Master rather, because the Blade Master doesn't have all that much health. And down goes the Spirit Lodge. This is very nasty for Cash right now. This is not the situation he wants to be in. WarchiefRich just about surviving with that Archer. And it looks like he's got a good surround here on the burrow. There's no one that can help repair this in time. So the burrow's definitely going to go down. And he might be able to sneak out the base here with the Bestiary. With the Beastmaster, the Bestiary Beastmaster. Lovely little block there with the Quill Beast. Did you see how he stopped that Quill Beast whilst it was in between the buildings, blocking off Cash's heroes from trying to chase down the Beastmaster? Although the Beastmaster is still pushing his luck, just trying to stay in there. May as well get whatever damage he can out of him. Looks like the Spirit Lodge is going to be picked off once more again. This is very bad for Cash right now. He can't quite commit to a kill. The Blade Master isn't comfortably enough, strong enough to fight in this, and he's having to use a Potion of Healing just so he can stay in it. Is there Ensnare? I don't think there could possibly be Ensnare yet. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be Research, but it's not there yet. Quill Beast Just trying to be a pest. I don't think that Cool Beast is going to be able to solo the Spirit Lodge, but it is going to be annoying. He's going to try though. He's getting he's getting up there into position to try to bring down the Spirit Lodge. Is he going to be able to escape the base? No, he's going to go for the Voodoo Lounge now, and the Blade Master finishes him off with a nice little 94 crit there. Clarity Potion, healing himself, and the Blade Master is what he really needed quite a while ago. Surprised the Archer didn't try to go for a sneaky little shot there, but maybe it's just handy to have the Archer there just to scout and keep an eye on your opponent. So we can see Talons are being massed here. Level 2 Talons have just been reached, which is Adept training. And Tier 3 is almost complete, so WarchiefRich is going to be moving to Master Talons. Down goes the Archer. Looks like WarchiefRich is getting into position to pick off the Spirit Lodge once more. This is very bad, not to mention the fact that he can actually manage to get out of this situation. The only redeeming factor for Cash there would be to get surrounded on that Demon Hunter and try to pick him off whilst he didn't have Staff of Teleportation and force him into using the Scroller Town Portal. But unfortunately, WarchiefRich has managed to get out of this situation for Cash. So this is a really big deal for WarchiefRich. He's in a very good position right now. He's almost getting us around with that Blade Master. This is going absolutely awful for Cash right now. He's not having a good time here. He's bringing back the Blade Master, trying to fight by the shop. It's always good to fight by the shop, but again, more mana. More cash being spent on those potions of healing. Trying to get surrounded the Demon Hunter. Manages to get surrounded with it. So very good there. Doesn't use his Staff of Teleportation because he wouldn't be able to do that in time. Not to mention in Snare. So he's forced to use his Scroller Town Portal. At least that's something going well for Cash here. Because so far this game, WarchiefRich has definitely done a very good job of keeping him under control. Talons are now very close to master level. Almost definitely. There we go. We can see. Creeping here. Berserker's a good well, if you can keep him alive, and it's not so easy when he's down to half health already because of the annoying creeps. What have we got there? Looks like the Tauren Chieftain picked up a Ring of Regeneration. That's potentially good, but you'd have to have some long drawn out fights for that to definitely be very good. Yeah, the Berserkers are kind of handy in this situation because they can do some decent damage versus the Talons that have unarmored, so they take extra damage versus piercing attacks from Berserkers. But in comes WarchiefRich. He's picking up the Tinker as his third hero once more, Night Elf style. Going heavy on the Burrow. That's not going to finish in time. That's going to be picked off here. We've got Spirit Walkers being produced here. Tiger's going to be food supply capped shortly. He is down to 40 out of 40 food, so he can't produce any more Spirit Walkers once he gets his next one out. And down goes the GG. Oh my goodness, that was a very horrible game for Tiger. Cash. Tiger and Cash. Huh. I get it. Yeah. That just didn't go well for him. Rich just did not let him get a chance there. That's what happens when you lose your buildings as an orc.